In the name of God, the most merciful and the most compassionate, tell me why you killed Filipina. I can't count all the tears I cried. My eyes bleed and my heart explodes with sadness. Now I am trying hard to control myself from trying and being angry. From time to time, we suffer from a catastrophe created by the masters of deviant thought. And as soon as a tragedy and a catastrophe end, it is followed by what makes us forgetful of calamities and realities. I was saddened by a heinous crime committed by a savage Kuwaiti criminal whose heart was devoid of the slightest meanings of mercy and compassion. And he was stripped of humanity and departed from it as an arrow penetrates through a prey when the coward proceeded to kill and spill the blood of an innocent Filipina in Kuwait in a horrific scene. And the worst thing is that crime was through terrifying torture. Filipina was raped and murdered, and her body was set on fire in Kuwait. The victim had also suffered a skull fracture. I want to know, where are the people responsible for women's rights? Where are the people of the Quran, the Bible, and the Torah? This is a shame on your forehead. Filipina Jollibee Renara was raped, beaten, run over by a car twice, and burned before being left for dead in the desert by her bloody Kuwaiti employer. Of what guilt she was killed? She was honestly making a living. She was fighting for dignity and respect. She went to Kuwait to work, carrying every hope of a better life, only to meet a gruesome death. She earned money by working hard. She didn't steal. She didn't trade in her body. She left home to help secure a better future for her family. Came home in a box. Here we are. Once again, we enter the era of ignorance. Here we go in the wilderness, backwardness, ugliness, lowness. Once again, we enter the ages of barbarism. Let us witness the birth of criminal forms more heinous than their predecessor, killing the body and killing the soul, the era of the original downfall to the bottom. Filipino talents and skills are becoming ubiquitous in many parts of the world. Filipino workers have helped improve skills and technological criteria all over the world. Every Filipina girl and every Filipino woman has the potential to make this world a better place. And that potential lies in the act of thinking higher thoughts and feeling deeper things. Filipino women and girls everywhere see themselves as more than inanimate objects, but as beautiful beings capable of deep feelings and high thoughts. This has the capacity to create change all around. Two from Filipino values. Number one, flexibility, adaptability, discipline, and creativity. Two, ability to survive and thrive. This story is not a path of imagination, nor an abstract thought of a creator, nor an artist's imaginary picture of reality, but a real story. I imagine her as a bleeding wound, and her eyes shed tears. I imagine her innocent face, and I ask her bloody brutal killer, the cursed weighty employer, why did you torture her? Why did you kill her? God's wrath and curse upon you and upon anyone who supports you. You made a wound that will never quite heal. Tell me, tell me why you, the demonic evil, why you killed her in an atrocious way, in a gruesome way, in a horrible way, in a dreadful way, in a heinous way. Tell me why, you bloody coward. Why causing her enormous pain and horrible stress before death? Why causing her repulsion, horror, and grisly moments? Tell me why, bloody coward, you are worse than a demon. I know why. Because she was making an honest living and you were trading in blackness and terrorism. I know why. Because she was striving for dignity and respect, and you were striving for satanic plots and schemes. You say that she is a servant. Yes, but she doesn't steal. She doesn't trade in her body. She is the light of labor struggles based on striving for honor and esteem. She was the symbol of compassion and love, and you are the symbol of betrayal and treachery. Filipinas never give up and are confident in what they do. Her perpetual optimism is the faith that leads her to achievement. She uses her voice for kindness, her hands for compassion, her mind for truth, and her heart for love. Filipino friends are the best kind of friends who came into my life and they made me see the sun while I was watching clouds. There are wounds that never show on the body that are deeper and more hurtful than anything that bleeds. Her kindness is giving hope to those who think they are all alone in this world. Because of her smile, she makes life more beautiful. At the root of every successful marriage is a kind woman. Kindness is seeing the best in others when they cannot see it in themselves. My message to you is to use the impact of social media and YouTube videos on global public opinion so as to bring Filipina Jollibee Renara's right by making that Kuwaiti coward receive capital punishment, death penalty in public. We need real justice, otherwise, we will be a shameful line in the history books. The suffering of one is the suffering of all humanity. The meaning of compassion is to recognize the suffering of others and then take action to help. He who lives only for himself does not deserve to be born. This is our vision for her. I assure you that such an accident is not an isolated case. In 2018, Janaline Belanfinde was tortured at the hands of a Kuwaiti woman and her husband. In 2019, Mona Hassoun and her husband Nader Essam Assaf killed Jonah Demafelis and stuffed her body in a freezer in a house in Kuwait. When they were asked why kill her, they answered rudely that was for fun. What preventive steps could be taken? One, the culture of blood money as a settlement for the gruesome crime has to stop. Filipinos' lives are not for sale. Two, the government must uphold the rights of Philippine workers to international labor criteria and agreements and implement stronger protection. Step three, the Philippine government must stop sending overseas Philippine workers to countries that have a record of abusive behavior toward workers. Life and human dignity are more precious than money. This is a national shame. Step 4, sexual abuse and rape, human trafficking, labor contract violations, and illegal terminations must be punished strictly in a global way. Don't think that God is unaware of what the wrongdoers do. He only delayed them until a day when their eyes will stare in horror. We belong to God, and to Him we shall return. The occurrence of injustice anywhere threatens the existence of justice everywhere. Oppression is always cowardly, and if you can break an oppressor and overthrow him, then his downfall will be loud, and many people like him will fall by him. His downfall will breathe the spirit into every oppressed person to demand his right. My sincere condolence for all the people of the Philippines at this time. You have my deepest sympathy and unwavering support, wishing you peace, comfort, courage, and lots of love at this time of sorrow. My heart goes out to you at this difficult time. Our Lord, upon you we have relied, and you have returned, and you is the destination. I have surrendered to the Lord of the worlds. My sincere condolence, Sayyid Abul Magd.